That thing wouldn't even scare a toothless granny. Not with that. Keep looking. Finally! This'll help me smash his teeth out.
Listen to me.
I'm not going to talk to you, wretch.
I know, you have to follow Folk's orders, and he's a great hero who helped free Warunk. But isn't it strange that there isn't one single heroic legend about so mighty a warrior? Do you know what he did to become Yarkon's deputy?
I fought beside him. He fought on the right side. His past does not interest me.
Do you know his mother? She's an elf, but he doesn't have pointy ears. Why doesn't he explain that?
Maybe he has concealed something from his past. But orders are orders.
You've had history lessons, right? How often do you think commands have been wrong? How often has your church gone astray? When the Rondrian Holy Order of the Theatre took the Alhanians' land and forced their descendants to roam the land forever, was that fair? Or Rondra's son, Cruel Core, in every war, torture, rape and pillage in his name, are those honorable deeds? Or all the innocent scientists whom you prohibit free speech on pain of death, do you really think that's good? Your Rondra is a war demon in disguise, and all the pomp with which you worship her is nothing more than a hypocritical excuse for your cruelty.
That is blasphemy. I will no longer tolerate your dragging Rondra's good name through the dirt.
Oh, we're getting braver. Come on, kill a defenseless prisoner. That's sure to please your goddess.
Don't think you'll escape your just punishment that way. Here, take this sword. And now, defend yourself.
know the best part is about to begin. I don't want to be late.
I know. We both had to wait far too long for this. You are strong. Your gift is powerful. If the circumstances were different, you could have been the last one standing. But your path ends here. Any last words before we begin? A little greeting for Calandra, perhaps? When I see her again, I could always shove a little souvenir into her mouth. Your fingers, for example. Your tongue.
Where has she taken her? Answer me, and I'll give you an hour's head start.
I'm so sorry. I don't answer the defeated. Men, take him! You useless klutz!
Brother, listen to me.
Tell me where Calandra is.
You will find one another. Your gifts will guide you. Gamat awaits you. He cannot be the last. Do you hear me? Brother, be the strongest of the awakened. Prove the worth of our sacrifice.
An answer, Folk! I need an answer!
My gift. It cries out to you. The beginning of the eternal strength.
Folk! Where should I go?
Gamat awaits you. He cannot be the last. Not Gamat.
Falk betrayed us. The documents you produced prove that. And the same applies to those who fought at his side. They followed the wrong path. They had to be punished.
It was an honor, Metropolitan.
Falk hoped that his lax morals would bring him enough popularity amongst the people to allow him to divide the Lioness's servants and lay hands on my office. You prevented that from coming to pass. I'll see that you're rewarded. Warren should know that the Metropolitan provides for those who serve Rondra justly.
Thank you, Your Reverence.
The Church of Rondra shares in the loss of your sister, Chiron, and yet I must ask you for your help. We now know that Falk served the unholy Azaril Crimsonweed, but the writings he left behind point the way to a man he called his brother.
Gamat. Falk spoke of him.
That's right. A mysterious man who once led the sick from Warrunk. They moved up to Clawmore. Now we have to fear for their souls.
So I'm supposed to follow the sick and save their souls. I just got out of the refugee camp. I'm lucky not to have caught the plague myself.
I cannot spare a single man until I've assured myself of their loyalty. I will conduct investigations and determine consequences. And since you have to face this on your own, I will now give you Rondra's blessing. For, as your soul is pure and God-fearing, the power of the Lioness will protect you, Chiron.
Too kind, Your Reverence, yet this is perhaps too much of an honor.
Credit where credit is due. You will receive Rondra's blessing.
Chiron,
What happened?
consecrated ground. The Metropolitan's blessing. Rondra's presence does you harm. The goddess of war has rejected you.
I'm not a Pactera, Father. I never sold my soul.
I know, but your gift is demonic in origin. You use their power. That makes you an enemy of the 12 gods.
And yet I'm still alive.
I brought you out of the temple. The Rondrians were suspicious, but I guess they wanted to believe my lies.
What's the story on this Gamat? Falk's letters didn't say much about him.
People say he was a muddle-headed preacher who led the sick from the city a few moons ago with promises of salvation. Falk's letters suggest that the plague victims' exodus ended in the Clawmore in a village called Farnfield. He and Gamat seem to have known one another.
The Clawmore. Wasn't there supposed to have been a huge Alhanian ritual site there at one time?
The Alhani originally founded Warrunk and ruled pretty much this whole area. So you should definitely find some Alhanian ruins there. If they really did have a ritual site in the Clawmore, it must have been very powerful. You still hear truly wondrous things about their mages today.
Why did so many of the sick follow him?
Gamat seems to have had some kind of healing artifact. He promised to heal all those who followed him.
And the authorities allowed this heresy because they were happy that the source of the plague was removing itself.
Possibly. Rika from the refugee camp may know something about the Clawmore. Apparently, her lover went with Gamad. Good luck in the Clawmore, Chiron. Let me know if I can help, and get in touch when you're back.